By the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through one sentence, the exact words, that can change how your child relates to a screen for good. So stick with me, because the real version of it comes right at the end. Picture a 6-year-old named Hannah, in a small apartment in Osaka. Her mother hands her a tablet after lunch. One video. Hannah watches it, start to finish, fully absorbed. When it ends, she hands the tablet back without being asked, and goes to find her shoes by the door. Now picture a 6-year-old back home. Same tablet. Same app. The video ends, and before the credits even finish, a small thumb is already swiping to the next one. And the next. And the next. 2 children. Same algorithm. Completely different relationship with that screen. What if I told you the difference isn't discipline? It isn't even really about the parent standing nearby with a rule in hand? It's something practiced into a child's mind, years before they ever touch a screen at all. Most parents don't realize this about YouTube, and honestly, I didn't either until I really looked into it. YouTube was never built to entertain your child. It was built to keep them watching. Those are 2 different goals. The autoplay, the flashy thumbnail, the 3-second hook before anything real even starts, none of it is random. It's engineered to fire a response before your child even consciously decides to keep watching. The decision gets made for them, faster than they can notice it happening. So the real question isn't how do I stop my child from watching YouTube? The real question is, what makes a child's mind strong enough that it doesn't need stopping? In Japan, there's a foundational idea that shapes a lot of early childhood, Jisei. Self-governance. The internal ability to notice an urge and choose, rather than simply react. And this is the part most people skip past. Japanese parents don't try to build this the moment the screen comes out. They build it years earlier, in completely unrelated moments. Waiting your turn at the table. Finishing one task before starting another. Sitting through a quiet, boring car ride without immediately needing rescue. By the time Hannah was handed that tablet, her mind had already had years of practice noticing a small urge and deciding what to do with it. A child who's never had that practice meets their very first real test of self-control at the exact moment an algorithm is working hardest against them. It was never a fair fight. It just wasn't built that way. Quick pause. I want you to actually try something, not just listen to it. Tonight, before any screen comes out, say a version of the plan out loud. Once, calmly in advance. Just a rough version for now. Notice what happens to the conversation when the boundary doesn't show up in the moment of highest temptation, but before it even arrives. That's the whole shift. The boundary isn't fought over in the heat of wanting. It's agreed to while no one wants anything yet. It's a pattern child psychologists talk about a lot. When something gets banned outright, it often becomes more magnetic, not less. So most Japanese households I came across don't go for a total ban. They go for structure instead. A specific time. A specific place. A clear ending built in from the start. Not no YouTube, ever. More like, this happens here, now for this reason, and then we move on. There's one more layer to this, and I think it matters even more than the rule itself. Japanese children are rarely handed a screen completely alone, especially when they're young. Watching is often shared, a parent sitting nearby, sometimes watching together, sometimes just present in the room. That changes something quietly important. When a screen is shared, it doesn't become the place a child disappears to. It stays connected to a voice, a question, a real conversation. What was your favorite part? Why did that bit make you laugh? One simple question, and it pulls a child's attention back into their own voice, right after the exact moment built to pull them somewhere else entirely. So, this is where I come back to that one sentence. Not a rule shouted across the room. Not a threat. Just this, said calmly, before the tablet ever leaves your hand. We're going to watch one video together, and when it ends, we'll go do something else. Together. One. And then, something else. 3 small pieces. Said once, before the wanting starts, while everyone is still calm enough to actually hear it. That sentence won't fix everything overnight. But it's the same quiet practice Hannah's mother gave her, one ordinary afternoon at a time. A mind that's learned, slowly, that it's allowed to choose. Jisei. Self-governance. Not a child who never wants to watch. A child who is given, patiently, the chance to choose. If this gave you something to think about today, share it with a parent who needs it. And if you want to keep exploring how thoughtful, intentional parenting is raising grounded, resilient children around the world, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.